Hey, what's up YouTube? It's the Catalyst 47 back with another video. As I told you in the last video, this is going to be my Rokket deck profile. Just wanted to give you all my take on the deck. It's basically when I first was coming back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually a few months ago, I thought about making zombies, and then I saw that there was this like Teledad kind of variant of a deck because Dark Arm's at 3 and I love Dark Arm. And you know, so I ordered the cards for that deck because I was like, oh man, like I want to use Dark Armed and everything. But it turns out that one of the cards that you kind of, it's not essential, but one of the cards that really helped with that deck got banned. So couldn't really use it no more. And I had already bought the cards and I was like, man, this kind of sucks. So I ended up looking up, I happened to come across a deck that used most of the cards that I did buy. And I was like, oh, okay, this deck, it seems like it's actually competitive. Like the Dark Arm deck, the Teledad kind of variant was just more of a casual, but this was actually more competitive. And I was like, oh, okay, like this is pretty cool. I can actually make a pretty good deck then. And so it was by the guy named Shumping Zhu. He's the one who pioneered the deck, and I looked up his videos and everything, saw how the deck ran. I liked it. It's combo, like I love combo decks, so. Yeah, I wanted to give you all my take on it. I know now it's been a few months since he originally made the deck. There's been a lot of changes to it since then, but for the most part, I've kept the deck similar to the first one he made back in like February. So, just because the new variants have like Needle Fiber and Link Cross, which I think are cards that are gonna get eventually banned in the future, and I don't want to get those cards and then they get banned later, and then I have to change the deck again anyways. So. His first variant that he did in February, Needle Fiber and Link Cross weren't out yet, so and it was still a pretty solid deck. Like of course I do think the new ones are stronger, but it's not like this one was bad. It's still a very solid deck. I would consider this version of Rockets to be a rogue deck, definitely. So yeah, I did make a few changes to it with some other cards that have come out ever since then. So here we go. We start with 3 of the best cards in the deck. Triple Starleech Seyfert. Basically, it's a 1.5 card combo. So, yeah, you can send himself to like search a card that adds up to the level of the monster sent, and if he's in the graveyard, you can banish him and get a level 8 dragon back to your hand. So, really good card. Then we got 2 baby dragons, black and white. So. They're at 1 for a reason. They're just so good. And normally you use Seyfert to search for one of these. And then you can just go into Strike a Dragon and all that. They search themselves, so really good to just get more extending plays. Then we got the Rokket package, or the engine. You got triple Rokket Tracer. Basically, he's the most important card of the Rokket deck, or the Rokket part of the deck. You need him for all the combos, so that's why I run him at 3. You really want to see him or search for him as for all the combos that you're gonna do. The other Rockets, they're not. I mean, they're just there for like targets for Tracer to special summon, so you don't need as many of them. So I got double Silver Rokket and double Magna Rokket. So these, but these have effects that whenever they're destroyed. They at the end phase they're able to special summon another Rokket from the deck, so pretty good cards to help you float. And then they have effects too where they're targeted by link monsters like this one. If he's targeted by a link, he can destroy himself and he can search your opponent's extra deck and banish a card. And if he's targeted by a link, he can destroy himself and send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. Doesn't target, so really pretty good effects honestly. And you use these like. If you can get the full combo, you can rip a card out of your opponent's extra deck at the end of the turn. I think it's pretty good. You're able to find out what your opponent's playing and get rid of a crucial card if they have a very good, like an essential card in there. The 1 Rokket Tracer. Just this card is more for like a turn 3. You only need 1. I mean, but it's a pretty good card. When a dark monster thing is destroyed, you can send them from the field or your hand to the graveyard and target the one that was destroyed and then special summon another one that was not the one that was destroyed. So it's a little weird, but Yeah. But if like let's say you activate Striker Dragon's effect to pop himself, and grab a Rokket back to your hand, you can send him to the graveyard from your hand or field. And if you have like a Red Ice Darkness Metal in the grave, you can special summon the Red Ice Darkness Metal. So pretty good extender. But you just need one. Then we got the non-Rokket monster. 2 Absolrada Dragon. Basically like the searcher of the deck. If you control a Rokket, you can special summon him. If you send to the graveyard, you can search for a Rokket. So, pretty good card. I'd only run 2 because seeing, like, you don't really ever want to see multiples in your hand. I mean, it's not horrible to see multiples, but you'd rather have more extenders. You can only use his special summoning effect and the search effect once per turn, so having multiple in your hand, like, one of them's kind of basically useless. Then we got the Black Metal Dragon and the Red Ice Darkness Metal. The errata has finally come here, guys, so kind of sucks. Now he's a hard once per turn. And then Black Metal just, of course, to search the Red Ice Darkness Metal. And he's a 1-card combo as well, or like safe for the 1.5 card combo. And Red Ice Darkness Metal, of course, really good card, good extender to special summon a dragon from the grave or your hand. He's still good even with the errata, so it's not like you have to cut him or anything. Then we got Omni Brotar and Chaos Dragon Levineer. I mean, Omni Brotar can just search so many cards in the deck when he's special summoned, and he can search Levineer too, so it's pretty good. And then Levineer is just a good boss monster to have. You just bring him out by banishing 3 darks or a combination of lights and darks, or 3 lights. So pretty easy to summon in this deck, and he gets a variety of effects depending on what you banished. You can pop cards, can send a card back from your opponent's hand to the deck. And Omni Brotar actually also really good because it helps against Nibiru. If you have Heretic Seal and you bring out, if you get Nibiru, you can bring out Brotar. Target their Nibiru is insert your Nibiru, so pretty good. That's why I really like having Brotar in here. Just need one of each though. They're not, since they're searchable, it's not, you don't need many. Now this is a new card that I think it came out in Eternity Code, and I just recently added it to the deck. It's actually really good. 2 Noct Division Dragon. I mean, it has 3 effects. Like, I took out a Phantasme and a Foolish Burial for these 2 because I really wanted to find a way to incorporate this card. It's so good. You can special summon him when a dark monster is special summoned. So it's like, most of this deck is dark, so you can just special summon him whenever, to be honest, from your hand. And then when he's linked away, you get to draw a card. So, and then if he's in the graveyard, if your opponent activates an effect that targets a face down card, spell or trap, I think, then you can banish him to negate it. So it's like 3 effects. I know I don't have much back row in this deck. I don't have any traps, but I do have a few quick play spells that I could set. And then in the side deck, I do have a few traps. So it's like, it could probably help. It's a game 2 or 3. So really, really good card, honestly. I've been doing a couple test hands, and I've been liking it. I don't think you need more than 2 though. I mean, just like Absolrada, his effects once per turn, so you don't really want to see multiples in your hand. So that's why I think 2 is good. Like, you want to see him, but you don't want to see too many of him. You know? Then we got, for the hand traps, we got triple Ash Blossom. I mean, most generic hand trap in the game. And one of the best ones, honestly. It can just negate a variety of effects, so I feel like it's really necessary to run it. It does kind of suck that you can only do 1 per turn, but I run 3 just because you really want to try and see it in your opening hand to stop your opponent's plays. Then we got triple DD Crow. I'm still debating if I want to do DD Crow or Effect Veiler, but I think I'm going to stick with DD Crow just because Effect Veiler, I mean, it's not a once per turn like Ash Blossom, which that's good, but Effect Veiler is only monsters, while Ash Blossom can negate spell traps that search and all that stuff. Effect Veiler just negates monster effects, and you can only do it on your opponent's turn. That's one of the things I don't like. Ash Blossom can do it on either turn. DD Crow can be on either turn as well. It banishes a card from the graveyard, so I just think it's a really good card. I'll probably just put the Effect Veilers in my side deck. And also, DD Crow is not once per turn. I mean, Effect Veiler isn't either, but It's just nice that it's not once per turn, and also you can do it on your turn as well with the DD Crow. And then for the last hand trap, 2 Nibiru. I thought about playing 3, but there's just not enough space in the deck, honestly. I'm already running 41 cards, kind of sucks, but I really can't think of anything else to cut. But yeah, with this is 8 hand traps, and plus Nibiru, it's a good card, of course, but it could be a little tricky to use sometimes. And I feel like having 2 is fine. Like, I don't think I would ever want to see like 2 Nibirus in my hand. While something like DD Crow, I don't really mind seeing 2 of in there. But yeah, 2 Nibiru I think is good. I don't think you need more than that. I do have a third one in the side, like especially like really heavy combo decks, and I really want to see the Nibiru in my hand, opening hand, so I have a third one inside. But I think for now 2 is fine in the main deck. And then for the spells now, the best spell right now just came out as well, and Toon Chaos Space, just really good card. This card, like, it's almost a 1-card combo, like 1.5. Like, just discard a Darker Light, search your baby dragons. It's so good, honestly. Like, gets you to draw a card, can recur your baby dragons for more, like, have more hand, like more cards in hand. So I think running 3 is necessary now. I tried running 2 for a bit, but it was, and I think you really want to see it opening hand. So 3 is the best way to go. And then we got 3 Quick Launch, second best spell in the deck. Yeah, I mean, it's an emergency teleport for Rockets. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. It's not a once per turn, so yeah, you need 3. Then for the field spells, we got 2 Boot Sector, 1 Dragon Ravine. I could theoretically maybe cut the 1 Boot Sector, so I can have 40 cards. But I don't know. I feel like Boot Sector is a really good card overall. You gotta search one of them always with Striker Dragon, and honestly, sometimes it's not that bad because a lot of times people will like Valor or Ash your Striker Dragon. Then it's like, but if you already have one in hand, it's like you can just use that as a bait. You know, like get rid of the hand traps early, and you already have it. It's happened a few times where like I just have it in hand already, and I just still use Striker Dragon to see if and they'll negate it. Oh, still have one in hand. And then for Dragon Ravine, just need 1 target for Romulus. It just helps you get monsters like send Absolute or something like Omni Brotar to the graveyard and all that stuff. That's one of the reasons why I cut out Foolish, because I feel like Dragon's Ravine can just do the job already, and Noctivision is just, I feel like it's just better. Like Foolish just basically just gets you a search basically, while Noctivision gets you a draw, gets you a free body on board, and it's just really good. Then for the last 3 cards, the extenders, you got 2 World Legacy Guard Dragon, 1 Monster Reborn. Ever since the errata came out on Red Ice Arcanist Metal, even before the errata actually, I put in I was only running 2 of these and I wasn't running Monster Reborn, but I added the Monster Reborn because now that the errata is here, like if you want to complete the same board that you had before, you either need an extra body, which is another reason why I added Noctivision, or you need an extender like a World Legacy or a Monster Reborn to get you another body on board, so you can actually still complete the combo. Because if you don't have an extender, like you can still do the combo, but you're just 1 card short of like the full combo that was before. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. 41 card deck. Like I said, I can't really think of much else to take out. But I've been doing a couple test hands and it's been running pretty well, so I don't have too many issues. But yeah, let's go into the extra deck. 3 Striker Dragon. You need 2 for the combo, but the third one is just there for like follow-up plays if you can't end the game. Then we got the Guard Dragons, LP and Pisty. I really hope LP doesn't get banned in the next ban list now with the FTK deck out and all that stuff. If anything, they should ban Needle Fiber or Link Cross first. I don't think they need to ban LP, because without LP, like the errata's already here, and if you take out LP as well, like I don't know if the deck will be that viable anymore. But yeah, of course the Guard Dragons are absolutely necessary. They're really good cards. Then we got they're part of the combo. Then we got the 3 cards that basically open up your Guard Dragon zones. Hermetic Seal, Romulus, Beat Cop. Heretics Seal is probably the best one because it's an interruption of itself, being able to bounce itself to, or tribute itself to bounce a card in the field. Pretty good. And it lets you search out a dragon too, like bring out Brotar, bring out Red Ice Darkness Metal, so pretty good stuff. Then Romulus is probably the second best one. Lets you search for Ravine. And Beat Club, it's only really here in case you have to use Tracer's Effect early, because these cards are not dark. So if you have to use Tracer's Effect early before you summon these, then you're locked into darks and you can't summon them. So this is the only other option. It has the same zones as these, and it's a dark monster. So this is the card to bring out if you have to use Tracer's Effect early. But normally you want to go for one of these two. Then we got Quadboro and Delindrous Dragon. Quadboro is like almost like a soul charge. So similar to Boot Sector Launch. I mean, him you target one Link monster, discard a card, and destroy the Link monster, and then you can special summon as many rockets back to the field as the Link rating of the monster that was destroyed. Normally on your turn you do it on your own monster to get the full combo going, but you can even do, if you're going second, if your opponent has a Link monster, you can destroy their monster and get your rockets back. So pretty good. Delindrous is just basically an extra body, because on the field he doesn't really have an effect, but when he's in the graveyard, if a rocket special summon back from the grave to the field, then he can special summon himself too. So just an extender. And then we got the one Link 3 Triple Burst. He's just here to complete the combo. Like the full combo, you need him so you can get 3 rockets back, and then. But if you don't have the extender, like I told you, like the Monster Reborn, the Noctivision, or the World Legacy Guard Dragon, then you have to use Delindrous instead of him, and then you only get 2 rockets back, which you still get the Abomination, Savage, and then like a Seal and a Romulus, which is pretty good, but you don't have the interruption for the like being able to search your opponent's extra deck to banish with Silver Rocket, and then being able to bring out Tracer for the next turn, and Tracer's an interruption with Abomination. So if you can't use him, then you won't be able to get the Tracer out or the Silver Rocket. But I mean, if you do have the full combo, then yeah, he's there for that. And then we got the 2 boss monsters, Boral Sword and Unchained Abomination. Unchained's really good with the deck. He triggers all the rocket effects, so you normally want to have him on the end board. And Boral Sword is just, of course, good FTK, good OTK. He can also trigger the effects of the rockets, because he targets them to switch into defense, and then you can trigger the effects of the rockets as well. So both really good cards. I mostly always go into Abomination. Don't really get to summon Boral Sword too much. But yeah. Then for the 2 synchros, we got Savage and Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. So of course, rockets, like he is an auto negate. Like you have to run this card. Like it's so good. And then Berserker of the Tenyi. This would be another Boral Savage, but I just don't have the money for it. I mean, I do, but I don't want to spend the money for it. And also, we don't know if there's going to be a new, like a reprint for this card, for the Savage and the Tins this year. So if anything, I'll just wait for the Tins, and if it comes out, then I'll just get a second Savage. I mean, this card's good too, but it's just, the Omni Negate from Savage is just so good. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. It's, I don't have a complete side deck yet, so I'll probably update that later in the future. Like I said, it's a 41 card deck. It's a really fun deck to play. I could definitely see it, like, I want to take it to locals when things open up again and try it out there. I definitely think I could win locals, but I mean, this deck probably not going to win, like, like regionals or YCS or something like that. Now with, like, the other decks out, like, Adamantipator still really good. Eldritch still really good. The FTK version of this deck, of course, is a lot better, so. Yeah, but right now I'm just trying to play it mostly for fun, and maybe if I can go to locals, win a locals, that'd be pretty cool too. Yeah, I'm glad I like have this deck. It's pretty fun to play. I like decks that make you think, so yeah. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope everyone's doing fine, and I'm definitely gonna try and bring more Yu-Gi-Oh content. maybe a zombie deck profile if I can make it good. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.